This remote corner of the world has now become accessible with the lengthening of the summer months due to global warming. This is a land lying deep under the 18,000-foot passes and 27,000-foot mountains of the Great Himalayan Range. For at least 1,000 years, apricot trees have been cultivated here, and in the time of summer, apricots ripen, almonds are dried, and food is put up for the long cold winter to come. A climate change conference critical to assessing the state of the melting Himalayan glaciers was held in Ladakh just prior to the Global Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen. Vandana Shiva was the keynote speaker and made it against all odds to speak here in these remote and isolated valleys.
We have that. In fact, my other colleagues of Tanzania are not able to be here because it wasn't the passes that blocked us. It was the heavy rainfall, non-stop 4 days rainfall that created such huge landslides near Kulu that the team had to return, and I went to Delhi and took a flight to be able to join you to give our commitment to Ladakh, to give our commitment to this process that we have started together. मौसम उथल-पुथल हो गया है, ये तो साफ दिख रहा है कि इस साल पूरे नॉर्थ इंडिया में, पूरे इंडिया में एक्चुअली जबरदस्त drought है, 227 districts.
The Indus River is currently flooding at its headwaters in Ladakh due to excessive glacial melting in the Great Himalayan Ranges. Indigenous to the Ladakhi region, the Bactrian camel is highly endangered. So too is this ancient culture. As glaciers melt, there are flash floods and cloudbursts unheard of in this arid region of the Himalaya. Flash flooding has taken the lives of 600 people this year in the summer of 2010. The Ladakhi people are well aware that their precious life-giving glaciers are melting, which places their culture in a highly endangered position. Diverse cultural festivals take place here in the waning months of summer. At the September 2009 Climate Change Conference, Vandana Shiva speaks in Ladakh of the waters of the Himalaya.
I am the Himalaya. I sustain half of humanity, 40 to 50% of humanity is sustained by the waters that emerge from the Himalaya. 40%. I sustain half of humanity. Protect me so I can continue to sustain you. Himalaya हमारे इलाके का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण इकोसिस्टम है.
The Dalai Lama visits Ladakh each year to give teachings and offer guidance. There are hundreds of Buddhist monasteries perched on the mountains of this high-altitude landscape. Contributing its load to the Indus River from rapid glacial melt in Ladakh, some of the results are being witnessed in the flooding of Pakistan, where the Indus River makes its way to the Arabian Sea. Though historically the Muslims came to inhabit these lands at a much later date than the Buddhists, who had been here for thousands of years, they share in Ladakh's rich cultural heritage. In this high desert, in these ancient landscapes, Buddhism, shamanism, and Islam are all practiced. Our world would lose an incalculable richness of diversity were any of these to disappear. Ladakh is an ancient, highly evolved, and living Indus Valley civilization, where the Buddhist ethic of compassion is the most evolved state aspired to. They are our past, and perhaps they are our future.